Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and let's start today's weekly sectoral analysis. If you are a trader and if you are looking for any educational video which will help you to understand how markets will move in the next week or maybe next few days, then this video is exactly for you. Now, if I check the Nifty futures first, because usually I start with Nifty, then I'll go to Bank Nifty, PSU Bank, private banks, and then I'll go to different sectors. So first, when I'm checking the Nifty futures monthly time frame chart, I can clearly understand that the trend, overall trend is very, very strong. Only one thing is visible, that there is some sort of resistance in within this zone, because there are multiple wicks over here, but probably within next few months this resistance band could be surpassed. All right, let's have a look at the weekly time frame charts in Nifty futures. In the weekly time frame charts, you can clearly see that there was a rally in the July August time, then we had a small dip, a consolidation of 3 to 4 weeks, and then again a breakout. The candle which we can see over here is a very confident candle. We have been able to close above the previous high. So it is again a clear indication that the momentum is very strong in the weekly time frame. Only if you check in the daily time frame charts, it is visible that RSI is close to the 70 mark and prices are slightly away from the moving averages. So this is just a small sign that we are slightly overstretched. But I guess if the price, is successful in just staying higher and consolidating somewhere over here, and later on when the momentum comes up and then prices start moving higher, then I think nothing wrong should happen. And even if it decides to take a small dip, I think this dip will be bought into, and then you will see a decent rally happening on the upside. So overall, the trend stays on the upside. Bank Nifty futures. Bank Nifty futures, if you check the monthly time frame chart, things are looking pretty good. It's a pretty strong trend over here. In the weekly time frame charts, if you check properly, there are two candles which are clearly showing indecision. The first candle in the last week is a inverted hammer, which is a shooting star. The second candle, this week's close, is a doji. Now, is this a sign of a top or any worry? According to me, no, nothing as such. Only thing is that the wick of these two candles over here and this candle is very large. So this is the reason it is a resistance band, and I've clearly highlighted this in the daily time frame charts, my friend. You can see this. So this is a resistance. Overall trend is up. Bank Nifty futures are consolidating. You can see from many days. This consolidation may carry on for a few more days also. But once we close above this band, I think then later on we'll see some really good momentum happening in the Bank Nifty futures. Let's have a look at the private banking pack and the PSU banking pack. Now, if you check these two packs, then there is a major difference in these two packs. The first thing is the private banking space has gone up, but it has gone up slowly and steadily. It is consolidating now. And if you check the PSU banking pack, it has gone up with huge volatility. Consolidation, huge volatility on the upside. All right. So what I can gauge from this is the private banking space is pretty ready for a swing trade. All right. Because you can see it's an uptrend, a strong uptrend. Then there's a small dip. So I guess there are a couple of stocks which I would like to share with all of you. HDFC Bank is one stock. As of now, it's not ready, but looking at the charts, it's visible that you can see there are one shooting star, the second shooting star, third and fourth. There are 4 consecutive shooting stars, right? But overall trend is still up as the price is trading above the moving averages. So in case if there is any dip on the downside within this range, probably it will result into a decent swing trade because there are a lot of supports in this area. Okay. The second stock which I would like to share with all of you is the ICICI Bank. I guess this stock is pretty much ready for a decent swing trade, but one should look in the shorter term time frame charts for a short term breakout to enter into this particular stock on the upside. Again, this particular stock, IDFC Bank, all right, IDFC First Bank, this is also ready for a very good swing trade, and you should not miss the rally, the short term rally in this particular stock. Now, coming at PSU banks, things are very different over here, my friends. PSU banks, yes, the trend is up. The overall trend is very, very strong also. But if you have a look at the RSI and the price, you will be able to see some sort of difference over here. Price has made a higher high. RSI has made a slightly lower high. So is this a sign of a top? The answer is no, this is not a top. This is just a sign that the overall momentum, which was very, very strong, will come down. It will be slightly slow. It will try to consolidate. It may drop down also, and then it will try to go higher. If you remember, I had, told something about a stock called Axis Bank last week. I had clearly told you that the trend is up, but it may consolidate or it may also drop down, and then it will again start going higher. And you can see what has happened over here. Stock has come down for a short-term dip. So if something like this happens in PSU banks, it will be a very good opportunity for swing traders. Mark my words. Metal pack. Now, metal pack, if you remember last week, I had clearly told metal pack is very, very, very choppy. It's range bound. But if it closes above this particular level, this particular band, because this was the resistance band, this was a support band, then we could have a decent up move. And you can see on 1st of November, there was a decent breakout, and you can see prices are moving higher. And this is a good time for timing new positional trades in the metal pack. The leaders are obviously Jindal Steel and Power, which has been its leader since quite a long time now. It will continue to remain a leader. The second stock, I think, which is trying to become the second leader, second best to Jindal Steel, I believe, is the JSW Steel. All right. And one more stock which is looking impressive to me is Hindalco. All these three stocks should be looked up to with the viewpoint of a positional trades for few weeks to maybe few months. I'm not talking about a short-term swing trade. These are pure cash market positional trades. Autopack. Autopack is in a strong uptrend in the daily time frame chart. In the weekly time frame chart, you can see that there has been a decent bounce from the support, no doubt about that. And their leader, which is Maruti, has been able to give a very good breakout. And after the breakout, it's coming down. So I believe the trend is still up in Maruti. If it manages to hold up above 8,900 levels, I think things are fine. Till this point, there is no worry. This is just a dip because this was a sudden rally from 85.30 to a level of higher than 9,700. So this is just a short-term dip. It could consolidate over here for a few days and it could start going higher. But if it closes below 8,900, then I think people should exit the positional trade and get out of the stock. All right. But chances of that happening are slightly less. And one more stock, according to me, is Mahindra. You can see this particular stock has shown signs of a big hanging man and couple of shooting stars. So there is a possibility of a consolidation or a short-term correction coming up in next few days. In case if the stock manages to dip, all right, and then if there is a new rally coming up, it will again, convert into a pretty good short-term swing trade on the upside. IT pack. Now, IT pack, I think people would be confused over here. The reason is very, very simple. What is happening in the weekly time frame chart and what is happening in the, this is the weekly time frame chart and this is the daily time frame chart. So the difference is that in the daily time frame chart, we have a hammer In a weekly time frame chart, we have an inverted hammer, which is a shooting star, which means it is a fight between bulls and bears. So who's going to win over here? The probability of the bulls winning over here is slightly higher, and the reason for that is the monthly time frame chart is looking pretty solid over here. The trend is not up, the trend is flat, but what I can see is one simple logical thing. If you see the number of candles which have not been able to break this support, all right, there have been close to 4 candles, and it is a monthly time frame chart, which means consistently 4 months there has been buying happening at this level. The trend is not up, the trend is absolutely flat. But if you check the weekly time frame chart, in my previous weekly sectoral analysis, I clearly told that there is a double bottom formation here. And if you check the daily time frame chart now, in the daily time frame chart, there has been a breakout on the upside. This is a small dip. And until and unless the stocks, they do not close below this band, I think there is no problem. This is just a short-term dip. Probably it will consolidate few days. It will give possibly some worrisome nights to some traders who are highly leveraged in the IT pack. But if your position sizing is right, if you're not taking a very big risky trade, I think you don't need to worry until and unless this band is not broken. Once this band is broken, yes, your stop losses will get triggered. You need to come out of your trades, and you need to understand that market is supreme. All right, it's a game of probability and not surety. But chances are probably markets have gone higher, it will take a dip and then it will start making a new high. All right. But again, as always, please follow your own stop losses. Finance pack is looking super solid. You can see a pretty good uptrend, trend line breakout over here, retest of the trend line. Again, the trend is the price is trying to go higher. There is some sort of resistance band over here which could be surpassed at the later stages. But I can see one stock which is looking very good in terms of a positional trade, and it is Bajaj Finserv. So this stock should be considered as a positional buy with a decent stop loss on the upside, and the view should be for few weeks to few months. All right. Pharma pack. Now, pharma pack, you can clearly see that first time I'm trying to concentrate on the daily and the weekly time frame charts both. Generally, I don't even look at the index of pharma. I immediately jump on to the stocks. But if you check properly, we have a sort of inverted hammer candle in the weekly time frame chart, and we do have a inverted hammer, which is a shooting star, and a big red candle. So there are some other signs also which are clearly showing signs that this particular pack is in an uptrend in the medium term, but a consolidation or a correction of 5 to 6% is probable. Even if you look at the leader of this pack, which is Sun Pharma, it has rallied pretty nicely. This was a pretty good positional trade, and I had shared this stock in my weekly sectoral analysis few weeks back, and it has managed to rally pretty nicely. But if you check 1, 2, and 3 candles, continuously giving bigger wicks, which is a sign, even in the weekly time frame chart, a big wick, which is a sign that yes, the stock is pretty much overstretched. RSI is overbought. Again, if I convert this line chart over here, you can see a negative divergence. So there is a decent possibility there will be some profit booking or consolidation happening in the pharma. All right. FMCG. FMCG is a very strange sector which is placed in a very strange position right now. The trend is up in the weekly time frame chart. No issues about that. If you check ITC, which I shared as a swing trade a few weeks back, has performed pretty nicely. But considering the overall sector, I can say that it will continue to go up and down. It will continue to consolidate for few weeks more. All right, it will go up and down, it will consolidate. So according to me, FMCG is the pack where you should be aiming at pure swing trades until and unless something very brilliant or mouth-watering is visible, which is in Britannia Industries. All right. You can see right over here. I'll convert this chart into the daily time frame chart. You can see there is a triangle sort of formation happening, and if we do have a close above 3850, 3860, then it could result in a very good breakout. Otherwise, it's a very slow moving consolidation. No point of staying in the stock over here right now. So once we have a breakout, it could give us some quick bugs on the upside. But till that time, stay away from the stock. And overall, as I was saying in the FMCG pack, there are chances consolidation will happen. And apart from Britannia, look for pure short-term swing trades and be very, very careful in your timing of your trades. All right. Realty pack. Now, realty pack is one sector which is trying very hard at its part to go higher. It's trying very hard to impress the traders. But still, as a trader, I would like to wait and watch some more time. You can see the price over here is on the verge of closing above both the moving averages, and so is over here, which clearly means still now the trend is not up even in the weekly or in the daily time frame chart. So until and unless the trend is not up, how can I commit my money? How should I park my money in that sector? So let's wait. Let's have patience. I think if there is any strength in the sector, if there is any strength in those stocks, when the stocks go higher, once they start giving buy signals in the positional system, we will try and initiate new positional trades. Till that time, please wait patiently. Don't jump in immediately. Consumption pack. Now, consumption pack, I guess it's in an uptrend in the weekly time frame chart. In the daily time frame chart, also the trend is up. And I believe this is the right time to start looking at consumption pack stocks for new swing trades. All right. Mark my words. There are multiple stocks. You can have a look at this stock, Bharti Airtel. This particular stock has been moving very nicely since many days, many weeks. It's moving very nicely. If you check properly, moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down. So I guess if you are a smart trader and if you can understand when to time, when to initiate those small swing trades for quick 5 to 7% or 8% moves, please keep a watch on Bharti Airtel. All right. Mid caps. Mid caps, I guess they are on the verge of a pretty decent up move, and one should aim at looking at big positional trades in the mid cap. Please do not be late because you know that mid caps move very, very fast. All right. And again, summing it up all, the overall trend is strong. Last week, I had shared that there are three sectors which are trying to stick their neck out. They're trying to give a breakout. Out of them, IT and you can see metal both have performed pretty nicely. IT has taken a dip, but until and unless the support band is not broken, there is no problem. Once we bounce back from the support band, prices will start moving higher. All right. So I hope this video has helped you to understand how markets will move higher. Take care and trade well, guys.